Members of the opposition party have condemned the hurried plan by Professor Chukwuma Soludo-led government in Anambra State to conduct local government elections in the state. The Anambra State Independent Electoral Commission, ANSEC, had last Monday announced that though there have been clamor for local government elections in the state, opposition politicians are saying that the rush by the commission was meant to ambush them, to give way for Soludo's APGA or Progressive Grand Alliance to take all the 21 local government areas. A member of the House of Representatives and chieftain of the Labour Party, Honorable Afam Victor Ogene, expressed concerns over the hasty amendment of the Anambra State electoral law by the State House of Assembly and the scheduling of the election. He described the move as a promotion of undemocratic tactics aimed at frustrating opposition parties in the state. Ogene, in a statement he signed and made available to journalists in Awka, queried the amendment of the law from 60 days notice to parties to prepare for the election to 30 days. All right, Barrister, we are seeing an offshoot of the rush to do away with caretaker committee chairman and institute legally elected chairman in Anambra State after 10 years of caretakership. I mean, they have the crown in caretaker committee per se. So, and already the opposition is crying foul. APGA, with the instrumentality of the governor, is now backtracking from the 60 days that was supposed to be given to 30 days.
For starters, the powers to make and amend laws is domiciled with the legislative arm.
Yeah.
In the case of Anambra State, that is the Anambra State House of Assembly.
Yeah.
But you see, it's a pity. It's sad that since the return of democracy in 1999 date, the State Assembly, which ought to be, let me use the word, the State Houses of Assembly, which ought to be an independent arm of the government, have always been an appendage of the executive arm. And so the governor wants to do a thing, he will just call the speaker or the leader of the house, this is what I want to do. They will just sit and in a few minutes they will do it. It's also applicable in the national government, also how budgets are being passed, especially these executive budgets, member bill.
Exactly.
When they send them, you see how speedy, in less than, it's gone. So that is what happens in Anambra State. That's what happened there. Ordinarily, it is the duty of the legislative arm to amend the law. If the law has said 60 days and there is a reason for which they want to make it 30 days, it is within their powers, of course, to make those laws. But there are processes to amend those laws. There are processes. There should be public hearing. Yeah. People should, okay, we want to take it from 60 days to 30 days. This is the reason. People should be able to make inputs. But, of course, as customary in Nigeria, the governor may have, it may be correct that the opposition have their information, they have a way of getting their information that the governor wants to do something funny. But you know the funny thing, Ray? Yeah. Even if they give them 120 days, I can tell you for free that 98% of the states in Nigeria, I think it was only El-Rufai that tried to conduct something that looked like a credible election in Kaduna State when he was governor, where we saw oppositions winning certain local governments. Check all the local governments in Nigeria. I said 98. 99.99% of them. The chairmen, the councillors, are usually from the ruling party in the state. Why? Because they don't conduct elections. It is the problem what we see with the INEC. That is the problem we also see with the state's independent electoral commissions. So even if they give them 120 days notice, I can tell you for free that it will be very, very difficult for any party other than APGA to win elections in Anambra State. Not because APGA is a popular political party or because the other parties are not popular, but it is because of the bad politics we play in Nigeria. We play very bad politics where we just tell ourselves that we are practicing democracy. Whereas what we are practicing is even worse than tyranny. As a student of Socrates those days when I was in school, I was wondering why Socrates did not okay democratic government. I realized that of recent because he was the wisest man that lived in Athens. He hated and criticized democracy. And I was wondering, why will a wise man like Socrates criticize democracy? A government that allows people to participate in their government. Why will he? I am just realizing it now.
Okay.
Because what happens is that politicians will come in form of, it's about the people. Whereas the people will not be allowed to cast their votes. Even when they cast their votes will not be allowed to count. Here in Rivers State, just last year election, also what happened. I voted. I almost fought in my unit. In my polling unit, I almost fought. Why? But election is not like that. UK conducted an election a few months ago.
Yeah.
People were going about their normal businesses.
Exactly.
My friend who is schooling there, he went to work on that day. He didn't have classes. He went to work on that day. Came back, cast his vote. Slept. It's nothing. But here in Nigeria, election is war. And so when there is election, curfew will be declared. From 9 o'clock to 9 o'clock, nobody moves around. That is the kind of election we conduct, and we call it democracy. Whereas, in many of those polling units, in fact, state elections, at least I've witnessed a lot of them in Port Harcourt here. You don't even see the result sheets. Was it not Tony Okocha that came out to tell us how they do it? Okay,
but in this case...
So it will be different from what will happen in Anambra. So even if they give them 120 days notice, it will be different. And it's a very sad one.
Okay, but the National Assembly has a bill that is still with them concerning local governments, a body for local government elections separately. And INEC has also come up to say that we can conduct local government elections. As against the state independent electoral commissions, which of these bodies do you think could be able to deliver a free and fair election at the local government level?
INEC is saying they want to conduct election at local government levels.
Yes.
Just
now, why INEC said so is because they claim that they do that for Abuja, and Abuja is also having a reflection of all parties, and that it doesn't occur as it happens in Abuja in any other state, and that if the opportunity is given to them, they will also deliver for all local governments, just as they do for Abuja.
You see, FCT is a special state in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So, while you have houses of assemblies across the 36 states, you don't have any for the FCT.
Exactly.
It is the National Assembly that make laws for the FCT.
Very true.
While in all the states, you have governors and deputy governors. In FCT, you do not have governor and deputy governors.
Yes.
You have the FCT minister.
Very true.
So, FCT is a special state in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And so that is why, with due respect to the decisions of courts that we're saying, some of us do not agree that FCT, you should lose election in FCT and become the president. Some of us do not agree. Because the constitution is clear as to the number of votes you get. And then it uses the word and, its conjunction in English language, and FCT. That's to tell you the special status of FCT. But many persons have come up with, oh, there is nothing special about FCT. And we've asked, why do we not have a governor in FCT? Why do we not have houses of assembly in FCT? So if that is the ground for the argument, that because they conduct the election for FCT, they can also conduct... I agree that the state's electoral commissions do liaise with INEC most times. They don't even have data. They get it from INEC. Most times when they want to conduct election, in fact, all the times when they want to conduct election, they liaise with INEC, get the voters registers and things like that, which they use to conduct the election. But INEC as a body has not been able to show Nigerians that they can conduct credible, free, fair elections. Over the years, the closest we had was 2015 election. The closest we had was 2015 election. Besides that, INEC have shown that they don't have what it takes to conduct elections.
So it falls on the new body being created by the National Assembly?
That's what I'm saying is, why create the body? Why should there be... See, we claim that we practice federalism, but we don't know what federalism is all about.
Okay.
If you go to America, where we copied our federalism, they have counties
Yeah.
Counties in America is like local government, what we call local government. Do you know by November, America will be conducting elections? They don't have a central body which is akin to INEC in Nigeria that will conduct the election.
Yeah.
It is the counties, those local governments, that will conduct the election to determine who will be the presidents of the United States of America. They don't have a national body like we have INEC. The election is being conducted at the local level. They will collect the result until all the counties must have voted, and then they announce the winner of the election. An election there is not a one-day thing. You see, we just copy, and we don't know how to copy.
What system would have worked for Nigeria if America does not have an INEC? America does not have a federal electoral body.
Yeah.
And Nigeria decides to have one. And we have not been satisfied with the results that have been coming forth. What do you propose?
Let us copy correctly. We don't copy correctly.
We should start from the local government.
See, people are talking about overbordering the center. Giving too much powers to the center. And then you sit at the National Assembly. You've looked at all the problems in Nigeria. One of the striking problems that is dealing with us is for you to create a body that will be conducting local government elections. Is that not a misplacement of priority? States, local governments should conduct elections for us. We should copy correctly. See, the local governments are lying fallow. What are they doing? Besides issuing birth certificates, local government identification letter. In fact, that's what the local government do.
And
most of the schools.
Collection of money from markets.
Exactly. Tenement race, burial levy, market and things like that. Those are the kind of things they do. What are they doing? They're just lying redundant, doing nothing. In fact, I was watching, there's this particular program I watched. A county organized a program. A county, which is, I'm sorry, I'll be using it interchangeably so our viewers will understand what I mean by county for those who do not understand.
Exactly.
A county is like a local government. They organized a program in the United States of America. The chairman of the county didn't attend. It was people like the appointees, what we call supervisory councilors, that attended. From Nigeria, we had ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that attended that program. Whereas the county chairman didn't attend that program.
Oh.
So you see how we reduce ourselves because we do not even know what this system of government is about. Why overburden the center? Make this, people have been talking about state police, because we have the federal police, which is, with due respect to them, ineffective. Although people have talked about how the state government will abuse, they should abuse it. The next person will come and also abuse it, use it against them and things. And we'll get to a stage where the whole system will be better. So why overburden the state? Allow the local government, not even the states, to conduct the elections. You want local government autonomy, is it not?
Yeah. Yeah.
So local government cannot conduct elections for themselves. Oh. But you want local government autonomy. What is the autonomy about?
Political autonomy is due. Okay.